Hi everyone, please don't mind the lighting. I was too lazy to open my curtains and blinds, and I'm currently have a little tiny light from Temu that I'm using because I'm not good at this, but I thought that I would do like a little video of like a little like get to know me kind of cringy thing because I was writing my video or my channel description and it was so long that I couldn't finish it, so we're actually just gonna do it as a video, which was probably a better idea. I thought I would like tell you some things about me because I'm a very nosy person. I like to know the person and like support them and stuff. So yeah, my name is Lucy, obviously. I'm 12 years old. My birthday is the 20th of September 2013, so we can probably like figure my birthday out in your head and stuff. And I'm going into year 9 of school. I'm very scary. I'm not going to tell you where I go because that's creepy. And I thought I would tell you a little bit more about like my riding journey, but like not my full riding journey because that's kind of boring, but like how I kind of got into horses is like my mum always liked horses when she was younger. She used to do riding lessons, but she had to stop because her brother didn't like them. So she's always kind of wanted to be around horses but never been like fully around them, never had her own horse or anything. So when she had me, obviously she knew that at one point she was going to try to get me into horses, but I kind of came to her asking to go to the horses or like go and get into horses. So we went to a riding school and went there for a few months, and then my mum decided to buy a horse because she didn't have a lesson one day, it was raining, and she bought this green traumatized chestnut mare like 6 months into riding, and she was a huge project that my mum definitely did not handle. She's like 16 hand chestnut mare with trauma, you can probably imagine. But yes, so she paid loads of money to get her. Oh, my Temu light has just gone off. Wow. Oh, it's on again. I thought it was out of charge. So she paid for a lot of schooling and stuff for that. Yeah, I think it's out of charge. Schooling and stuff for that horse, and because I always wanted a pony. How come you got a horsey first? I've wanted a pony my whole life. That's what I used to say to my mum all the time. And actually, she's wanted a horse her whole life. But when I finally got a pony, we had the biggest search for a pony. It was all like, you're gonna train this pony, you're gonna be a horse whisperer, and you're 8 years old and you're gonna train your own horse. So yeah, that was the whole like, what would you call it, like staged thing, because mum's gonna surprise me or something. So yeah, because I started riding in 2020, May of 2020. I was 7 when I started riding. I actually don't know how many months we were looking, how many months it took us to find Muffin, because we drove really far away to get a Muffin, and like the Muffin, a Muffin, so funny, I know. So yeah, we got Muffin. She was supposed to be 4 turning 5 that I was going to have as my pony, my little Shetland. She was 4 turning 5 at a riding school, and like a riding school really far away, and we were like minimal knowledge and stuff. I don't really know. Yeah, what do I mean? I don't really know. We were minimal knowledge. We were at a riding school. We were still at the riding school at the time, so it wasn't like we bought this pony and was just gonna like train it and abuse it and stuff. You know what I mean? So we got Muffin, and when we got the dentist, we realised she was actually 2 turning 3, and I was an 8-year-old training this Shetland, like a freaking horse whisperer, and I had only been riding for like what, 6 months to a year. I was like 7 or 8 training this Shetland pony, so yeah, it was kind of tragic. It was meant to be, honestly. Muffin's still still the cheekiest and the best. I obviously can't ride her anymore now that I'm 12 and I'm older and I'm bigger, and I've got other ponies and stuff, but I used to do games on Muffin up until last year, and I didn't do it for very long because I only got into the pony club like 2 years ago, I think. I don't really know. So yeah, I only really got into the pony club for the games, and I only did it for a few years, and that kind of like tags into like why we got Teddy, but I'll come back to that later because we'd got Muffin, I had trained her, and then later into like I think a year or two later, oh my gosh, my carpet's so dirty, sorry, like a year or two later, my mum decided that we needed to start looking for a better already trained pony for me to have fun on, because I was training this cheeky Shetland, this cheeky 4-year-old, 5-year-old Shetland at 8, as of obviously like the 2-3 years after, or 1 to 2 years after she was gonna be older, so like obviously yeah, but she was very cheeky. I would fall off like every single time I rode because she'd do the spinny thing and then I'd go right off her shoulder. So funny. I still love that pony though, she's absolute cheeky monster. But so I was looking for something less riding schooly, you know, like less kicky, more like zoomy, that I had control on, and then we got Danny. Danny has asthma, but we didn't get told that at the time, so he had some bad attacks, but we got Danny, and when we got him, he literally zoomed everywhere. He was the spiciest thing you could ever imagine. He took you everywhere, he galloped everywhere, a squeeze and he was off. Yeah, he was a lot for a wee 8-year-old to handle. So yeah, we had Danny. We didn't get told about his dust allergy, so he's got asthma, and I think he had we had a steroid injection when we got him. But like a few months later, when we were giving him hay and stuff, he had a really, really bad reaction, and we've obviously got it under control now. We know about the asthma. We've had him for like nearly 5 years, or nearly 6 years now. So yeah, oh, I forgot to mention, we've had Muffin for nearly 7 years now. So we've had, actually, I don't know if that all adds up because I've only been riding for like 6 years. I honestly don't know. But yeah, we got Muffin in 2021 or so, and then we got Danny 2022. So yeah. I did another take before this, by the way, but I filmed like half the video upright and it was all in the correct order, and now that I'm trying to say it all again, it's all in the wrong order, so just excuse that if you're still watching, which I highly doubt that you are. Yeah, comment a wee heart emoji if you're okay. Sorry, that was really cringe, I'm sorry, remind me not to do that again. So yeah, okay, so yes, we've had Danny for nearly 5-6 years. I'm honestly not sure, somewhere along the lines of that. But yeah, we've got his asthma under control now, and honestly he's a fab wee pony. He's a he's 14 and he's a wee cob cross sporty thing. I don't know, he's a sporty cob, and he's 14 hands. So yeah, he's honestly an amazing, such a bomb-proof pony, honestly. And then of December 2024, 2 years ago, I don't know, well technically last year because it's December of 2024. So yeah, I actually remember the day specifically. It was the day after Boxing Day, because I had only got my phone for that Christmas, and I have loads of pictures of my Teddy the first few days that I had him. And we got Teddy originally to like be a games pony. My mum was looking for a games pony for me, and you tiny this spring. Got him for like a wee project, a wee games pony for me to like school, or not school. We bought him for a wee project for me to train to be a games pony. We got him when he was about 4 or 5-ish, and he had never left the yard that he was born at and bred at, so he was a very flighty wee pony. He is a 13 hand Welsh C, like 12, 13 hands. I actually don't even know. I can't tell the difference between 11 to 13 hands. Anything else I can tell the difference from, you know what I mean? So yeah, he was around like 13 hands. He is still growing. We only discovered the other day when he was like kind of wonky, I don't know. I'm just happy about that. But yeah, he was for a week project. We started breaking him in January of 2025. I had some help by a good friend who used to produce horses. Well, she still does, just not as much she used to. But I basically did it all myself. As in, she was there to tell me what to do, but I did it all. So he knows everything that I have taught him, everything that I have been told to teach him, and I have definitely learnt loads along the way. I have had loads of lessons. I've learnt loads of lessons. He did go through a very difficult phase where he would nap and do like a little, it wasn't a rear, it wasn't like a vertical rear, it was kind of like a wee hop to get back to the ponies for a while. And he was booking the corners, and we only recently realised that he had some very mild ulcers, just from like splashback when he's riding from his stomach acid, which wasn't that big. It's like not causing him too much pain, it's just a little bit discomfortable or uncomfortable, and they're very mild, so we almost weren't going to get treatment for it. So it's nothing really to be worrying about, but I'm kind of hoping that it helps with his spookiness and his stressiness, but they were so mild, it's probably not going to make a difference. It's always going to be Teddy. So yeah, I've mainly done like show jumping with him. He's absolutely amazing at flat work. He can be better some days than others, you know, they obviously have their bad days. He's still only a baby. We went to the beach the other day and he was in the water properly for the first time. You can probably see all over my shorts, like account, like what would you call that, like the short side of my channel. All my edits of me like nearly getting bronked off in the water. He was a little bit panicked, he's only a baby. But yeah, that was kind of Teddy. We've had him a year and a half now. We got him, yeah, nearly a year and 7 months. So yeah, honestly I love him. He's such an absolutely amazing pony. He's so cuddly, he loves a good scratch, and he's so licky, and he's just such well-natured pony, except for when he's stressed. He's a completely different pony when he's stressed. I guess that's like me, takes after his mum, you know. When I'm stressed I'm a completely different person. But yeah, and then from October last year, also I forgot to mention, we did sell Sandy, my mum's first horse, or first horse in general. She was on full loan for a while, and then we are really good friends with her, the person who was on full loan, or she was on full loan to, and after a year we decided it'd be best for her to go with her because she absolutely loved her, and her is kind of the same. They're, yeah, anyway. So yeah, she's gone now, but we still keep in touch. We still see her often and stuff. So yeah, then in October of last year, my mum was looking for a horse and stuff. She wasn't intending on buying youngsters, but obviously, as it sounds, my mum absolutely loves buying youngsters. You know, Muffin, Teddy, Danny's the only one that we have bought that has already been trained. And Danny's 14 now. He's obviously getting a little work done, or having less work loads for him now. He's getting older, he's 14, so yeah, my mum loves the youngsters, so she decided to buy Georgie, or George, but his name, we nickname him Georgie, and he's an absolute doof. He literally just puts his nose in your face and just kisses you, and just like kiss my nose. Like, I'll put a little video on top of this video of him just like eating my plait and just like, oh, he's such a doof, but he's so snuggly, and he's so like, honestly, I was annoying. So when we were supposed to have him like back in work already, but we haven't really had the time with Teddy and Danny's breathing, and because he's had a bad flare-up since a stay away show and stuff, so we just haven't really had much time. And my mum was not fussed on getting like something that needed worked loads. She wasn't fussed on getting like a little youngster because she didn't want to have to do loads with it. My mum never has time, obviously, like 4 horses is a lot, and I do help her as much as I can. It's just her work schedules and stuff that I can't get up there every single day, and I was supposed to go up today, and then my mum can't anymore, so I'm just like rocking the horsey look with no horses to go to. I've zoned out so many times during this video. So yeah, we haven't really had much time to like back him and stuff. We were getting him into some work. He is in some work. He's not in full work. He knows the basics, honestly. The girl that was helping me train and back Teddy and stuff has been riding him a bit, and one of our really good friends has been schooling him. But the 2 times that I did ride him before, I had my stirrups like really short, and I was like niggling at his belly, and he just didn't like it, and I kind of got bronked off a few times. So I'm absolutely petrified, but the confidence is coming up. He's a big pony. He's 15 hands, 15 through 2 or 3, I don't know, but that's really big because I have a 14 hand, a Shetland, and like a 12-13 hand, like really big for me. And he's such a doof. He's so slow and just plods along, but he's such a snuggly wee pony. And yeah, that's just kind of my ponies. We've had him for nearly a year now. We got him October 2025, so yeah, but I love them all so very dearly. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'll try have my comments on. I'm gonna try explain why my comments keep turning off. I don't even know why myself. I think it's to do with like parent garden things, because I have like controls on my phone because I'm 12, like I'm nearly 13, but yeah, there's like some kind of weird parent garden thing on my phone. So like the comments are on the video, but as soon as I post it, the comments are on, but then they just turn off. So I do apologise for that, but I will try to keep the comments on for this video. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to comment. There'll be timestamps in the description as well, because I love timestamps. I hate having to watch full videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, so if you have any other questions, just comment them, let me know, and I'll try answer as many as I can. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye!